Welcome to February Astrology for Gemini. And Gemini, the theme for you this month vacillates between wanting freedom, wanting to travel, wanting to do different things, and all these things you can learn and all these things you can do, versus just wanting to be cozy, wanting to be at home, wanting to go within. So there is a duality, which of course you deal with a lot since there's Gemini in your chart, between being out there, I can do this or I can do that, and choices. What are the choices that I want? And when will things be settled? So there's a lot of new beginnings and a lot of endings energy for you. Now, since we are in the Aquarius cycle and the new moon in Aquarius, right? It's an air sign, you're an air sign, it's on the 8th. It's in strong harmony for you this month. So this is, generally speaking, it is a very fortuitous and positive energy. But again, we got that duality. Do I want to be out there in the world? What do I want to learn? Where do I want to go? All the dreams, all the possibilities. And there is this deep connection about possibilities. Now, there also is a little bit about getting your financial accounts in order. That's the first part of the month. And how much money do I really need to live the life I want? And then the dreaming energy. And then the settling, being able to go home and settle within and do some spiritual work. This is also very strong, especially towards the end of the month, when the sun goes into Pisces, which is on the 19th, and then the full moon is on the 22nd, and then there's this other major thing on the 28th, the sun conjunct Neptune, and all of that energy is pulling you to a certain extent towards the end of the month between having time to go within and understand yourself better, think about things, and that things can bubble up. It's like memories, maybe some friends from years ago come back, you hear back from them, that can, and making some plans to connect with them, either travel to visit or they travel to visit you. Now, if you are born on the 23rd or the 24th, this energy of going within and having more memories come up and maybe doing some more journaling or some internal work, release work, will be more strong for you. And if you were born around the 30th of May, then this dreamlike creative energy will be super strong for you about visualizing. There's still the major themes. Where do I want to go? What do I want to experience? What do I want to know? But it's the creativity of thinking. And it's saying to you, you don't have to have the answer, just look at the possibilities. And then if you're Gemini and you were born around the 5th or 6th of June, then that is more of a decisive decision time frame for you. And you may find that by February 13th, February 14th, February 15th, that you may feel like, I feel inside, I just need to make a decision around something. Something's important for me to make a decision about. It can be about whether or not you want to take a class or learn something new. It also shows that it could be around something that comes up with a family member, or where to live. Do I want to stay where I am, or would I rather move someplace else? So there's some decision time for you if you were born around the 5th or the 6th. So there's a lot of different variety for Geminis depending on the spectrum that you were born in, but in general, really enjoy this Aquarian cycle that we enter February into, and grasp that sense of adventure and possibilities, and For some of you, and use your intuition. Some of you is like, okay, I don't need to have to know what it is. I don't have to make a decision. If, like I mentioned before, it will be a feeling of, it is time for me to make a decision. And for others, it will be a sense of just finding that inner and outer balance in your life, being able to be quiet and journal and whatever it is that you do for your own inner peace, and then out in the world. So have a great month, and thank you please subscribe, and catch you next month.